Hello YouTube and fellow Tigra owners, just a really quick video today to tell you about dash cams in Tigras. Unfortunately, unlike most other cars, there are no in-glove box or in-cab fuse boxes on the 07 plate anyway. So you are going to have to go for the old cigarette lighter option. Now you can get splitters, which would be a great addition to the car because you can then have USB ports and everything else on there. So I would say if you were expecting to be able to hardwire on a Tigra, I'm afraid you'd be sadly disappointed. What I will do though is just show you how I really easily and simply hid the wires and made it look as neat and tidy as possible. So starting off with from the bottom, what you're going to do is plug in your power cable. So this is the end of the power cable here. Okay, so starting from here and then using this end, you will feed it through the back of the glove box. Now this glove box comes off really easily. There's just 4 screws holding it in. They are Torx screws or star screws as some people call them, just focusing on that. You're going to need a Torx screwdriver for that. There's just, when you open the glove box, there's 2 inside and then there's another 2 underneath. There are then holes in the bottom where I have fed the wire up through and then back out the other side so that there's no wires hanging down into the footwell. So once you've done that, pull all your wire through. And then what you do is you take your wire and have it loose and hanging down and bring it up to the top here and actually fit it to your dash cam. So this will tell you how much wire you actually need. What you're then going to do is tuck it into the trim here. Now on a Tigra we have this plastic trim. It's not like other cars without the twin top on it. It doesn't have the nice velvety one, you know, that you see everybody pop off on other videos. But this wire, there is a 3 or 4 mil gap and you can quite easily just squeeze that wire in there and it will fit quite snugly and stay there. I've seen some people using some clips. I've seen people putting little bits of like wrapping cable tie tightly around it and then snipping off the excess and using the head of the cable tie to keep it in. Great idea. If yours comes out, that might be an idea. But then all you're going to do is tuck it in. Now my particular dash cam came with this tool in it, which was great, a little trim tool, and just use that to push in there. Okay, so once you've pushed it in all the way across the top, all the way down the side, you can then come to this side here. Now this trim here will allow you to push it in all the way down the side. Just using the trim tool, you will see, if I zoom really closely, that it is tucked in nice and snugly down there and it comes out at the bottom. Now when you've got it all snugly fitted and you've got exactly the amount of wire you need, just pull all the excess through into the back of the glove box, put a little bit of a twisty tie around it, put your glove box back in, screws back in, and that's it, you're all done. Now unfortunately Tigra won't allow you to hardwire in with one of the fuse jumpers that you'll see in a lot of other videos, but our roof comes off, so I would say it's a pretty fair trade. If you do want it hardwiring, it is possible, but you would need to go to a professional who could take your entire front end of your car to pieces. So if that's an investment you want to make, then that's great. But I do think on a budget that this will work just as well. And just get a splitter for your 12-volt socket and away you go. And I'll just show you really quickly when I turn on the ignition. This one comes on with the ignition. And this is a TowGuard one. It's a generic brand. They're all probably made in the same factory anyway, but it does record at 1080p. It'll take a 32 gig memory card. It'll do in 30-second loops, 1-minute loops, and also great feature of this one, if you're looking for a dash cam in general, even if you don't have a Tigra, it does have a reversing camera on it that comes with it, which is great. And when you put the car in reverse, if wired in properly, this will kick into life and the screen here will act as a reversing camera. It's definitely a project I might look at in the summer. But for now I'm going to leave it. The weather's not great. You've got to take the entire bonnet off. I will link to a very good video by a fellow YouTuber who has actually done that. Anyway, so that's all for today, and I hope you have a great day.